Once, a saint entered the palace and went straight to the king's court and looked around. Seeing this, the minister came to the saint and said to him, "O saint, this is the royal court. Don't you see that king is sitting on the throne in front? Bow down. You should bow down to the king." Saint replied, "O minister, you go and ask your king, is he a slave of his mind or his mind a slave to him?" The minister went to the king and asked what the saint had asked him. The king was surprised and said, "Minister, what kind of question is this? All human beings are slave of their mind. I am too. I do as mind tells me to do." The minister went back to the saint and conveyed the king's answer. Hearing this, the saint laughed out loud and said, "Minister, your king is slave of mind, and mind is my slave. Therefore, your king is slave of my servant. Your king is my subordinate. So why should I bow down to him?" The saint then told the minister, "Think, if a horse is controlled by the rider, then the horse can be taken anywhere. But instead of horse being under the control of the rider, if the rider is under the control of the horse, then the horse puts the rider in such a situation that it gets difficult to get out of that situation." It was not saint's ego, but a goodwill for the welfare of the king. The king understood the deep meaning of the saint's word. He stood up from the throne and bowed down before the saint. From this story, we learn that our mind is the most powerful tool we have for the creation of good in our life. But if not used correctly, can also be the most destructive force in our life. When we think positive thoughts, we tend to experience positive emotions. And when we think negative thoughts, we tend to experience negative emotions. Our mind has a significant impact and power over our choices and actions, and we can either become a master or a slave to them. You can allow your mind to be occupied by unwanted, undesirable, and destructive tenets, or you can choose desirable tenets like peace, gratitude, compassion, love, and joy. The people with whom we associate also affects us. If we are in good company, then it has good impact on us. If we are in bad company, then the negative feelings like anger, jealousy, etc. affects us. When the intellect is strong, it overcomes the impact on the mind. When the intellect is weak, then the emotions overtake the mind. So choose to be the person who is actively, consciously thinking your thoughts, and be someone who can control your thoughts to become the master of your mind. Thank you for watching this video.